Good morning, it is Thursday, time for my check-in with Shelby. Normally I check in with her on Tuesdays, but this week she had me do Thursday. So what I do is get in my swimsuit and I take 3 photos. So I stand front ways and then I'll send her a side view as well as a back view. And then she will give me my protocol for the week, let me know my calories, my carbs, proteins and fats, my workouts for the week, my step goal, and my cardio. So let me send her this check-in and then we can sit down and chat about last week and the week going forward. Good morning, Sunday. It is about, gosh, I slept till 7:30. I was so tired. I didn't sleep very much. Like Friday morning, I got up super early and then we had a date night and drank couple glasses of wine, which is unusual for me, and so didn't sleep that well. Kind of was wiped yesterday and then got really good sleep yesterday, but about to have meal number 1 and then head to the gym. I'm doing back and buys today, also 20 minutes of Stairmaster and aiming for 10,000 steps today. So excited to kick that off. Last week or last time I checked in with you, my fridge was on the fritz and we had to get it repaired, and now my lower AC isn't working. So we have a repair guy coming today to look at that and get that fixed. I'm in Houston, if you didn't know. We're getting in the high 90s. It's super hot and humid here, so definitely need to get the AC fixed. Luckily, the upstairs one is working just fine, so we were able to sleep really well. But this week's vlog will be a short one. I checked in with Shelby on Thursday. I didn't vlog Friday and Saturday. And then I checked in with her again on Tuesday. Tuesday's my normal weekly check-in with her, but this week she had to move it to Thursday for some reason. So let's get this workout in, and then I need to recap you on how this week has gone, how last week has gone, and just get back on track. So you know the drill if you watched my what I eat in a day. Meal number 1, muscle egg. Here's what it looks like. I do 6 ounces of muscle egg and then a half a cup of oatmeal or a banana. I'm out of bananas right now, so I'm gonna drink this, fuel up for my workout, and then come home and have meal number 2. And then I should mention in my fitness water, so I put 5 milligrams of creatine, and I also drink Fit Bioactive Peptide. So that is this. I put one of these in my water every morning and I love the taste of it, and it helps with muscle recovery and my fitness goals there. And then the same thing with the creatine, which I've just decanted, and that is here. So 1 little scoop is 5 milligrams. And then I just put it in my water. Normally I'm drinking this while I'm on the treadmill in the morning, if I'm doing that straight away in the morning, but I didn't do that this morning since it's the weekend, so I'm just gonna take this to the gym and then drink it while I get my workout in. So I just pulled up to the gym, about to go in and do 20 minutes on walking, warm up, 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then back and buys. And so my workout is on this app right here. So I'm gonna do lat pull down, close grip lat pull down, barbell rear delt row, a standing straight arm pull down, alternating incline hammer curls, and reverse pec deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exercises. The first 2 are 6 sets. Then the next 3 are 3 sets, and then 2 sets. So gonna go run in, get my workout done, and then it will feel so good to come home, eat, shower, and make my iced coffee. so good to be done. It was hard, so I did 20-minute walk, and then I do it at an incline of 4 and a speed about 3.5, so just kind of a moderate walk. And then I did 20 minutes on the stairs, and what I do there is I start it at a 75 for 5 minutes, and then I go down to 70 and then 65. So I do 5, 5, 5, and then finish at 60. So that gets my heart rate up to 130, and then I lifted back and bis, and that was challenging, and that took like 50 minutes. So I've been at the gym for almost like an hour and 45 minutes. So now we're gonna head home, eat, shower, and have my iced coffee. The gym is so lovely, and then they have actually a spa, they have the pool that I showed you. It's a whole like health club, and then there's a hotel associated with it, and a really beautiful restaurant. So this is the lovely gym that I work out, and then I just belong to a budget-friendly Planet Fitness by my house if I just want to go and get super quick workout. My last video was what I eat in a day, and so if you want to go back and watch that, I've kind of been eating the same thing on repeat just because I like it, it fits my macros, it's easy, it's no-brainer, I don't have to think about it. So meal 2 is always egg scramble and oatmeal, so 1 egg, half a cup of egg whites, spinach, and oatmeal. So just super easy and delicious. So I measure 50 grams of spinach, which is kind of like about 2 big handfuls. Well, maybe 1. That's 41 grams, and then a little more. 50, and it cooks down, so when you actually eat it, it's like not this giant pile, but it helps me get my greens in, get my veggies in, and I really like it. If you like cheese, this is really good with goat cheese on top as well. So then I just also add 1 whole egg, and I just cook everything together in the skillet. And a half a cup of egg whites. And then I just season with salt. So I just kind of let it cook and then sort of flip it or scramble it all together. A little hard to do while I'm holding the camera, but I've gotten used to this and I just like it. I don't know, I just crave it every day. Also good if you like toast, and I have a carb-free bread that I really like. I haven't really been eating it. Actually, I did eat it the other day, but in general, I haven't really been eating it that much, but it's Sola bread, and it's really yummy. They have different flavors, but this is the sweet oat. So it's 0 sugar and 0 net carbs. Or I guess this says 1 gram of carbs. But the only problem is it's expensive. It's pretty pricey. It's like $5 a loaf. Okay, here is my egg scramble all cooked, ready to eat. And then I also wanted to just show you the 3 books I've been reading. So Simple Abundance, this is a book that I read years ago. It was popular on the Oprah show. And it's a 365-day book. So I kind of am trying to go in order and not get too far ahead, but I'm already in September, I'm in August. Which I'm a little bit ahead. So I'm reading this little by little. I've also been reading Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. This has taken me a while to get through, but I just started this book. I actually found it in my son's desk, and I was like, I have been wanting to read that book. And yesterday, or the day before, I started it, and I'm already on page 89. So I'm really getting through this one and just really enjoying it. So if you need some book recommendations, this one's really good, and I absolutely love this one. This one is just like, I felt like I should read it, and there is a lot of good information in it, but I don't know, it's it's very money focused, which, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. We all need to, you know, budget and think about our money. So that's good too. Oatmeal is just a half a cup of oats, water, I sprinkle some cinnamon. Sometimes I add raisins, and I cook it for 1.5 minutes. And then I will add unsweetened almond milk, just a splash. Like if I measure it out, it's about 30 milliliters. Here's the oatmeal all cooked, and this is definitely filling. So on these calories and macros, I am not hungry. I mean, I'll get hungry for my next meal, but they're definitely satisfying. And it's Sunday, so definitely critical to plan the week ahead of time, because with so many moving parts, it's actually the weekend before school starts. So our school starts on Wednesday. So actually today we have Meet the Teacher and some things going on for back to school. I have to help my daughter with some homework she was having challenges with, so we need to do that today. But I have my little day designer planner. This is what I like to use for daily planning. So I have to figure out when I'm gonna get my workouts in, and I like to do them first thing in the morning, but next week, Monday and Tuesday, I have to pick up my son from his football practice early, which means I have to get my workout done even earlier so that I can be on time to pick him up, and it's about a 30-minute drive to his school. So it does require some planning. Like I feel like I'm constantly like trying to figure out how much time I need and when I have to leave and drive time and all of that, but writing it out on paper just helps me see it. And then I also have next week, so school starts Wednesday, but then for my daughter, it's just a half a day. So I have to pick her up early. And then I'm doing Amazon Live 3 times next week. And Thursday, my son has an orthodontist appointment. And then on Friday, he has a scrimmage after school. So yeah, definitely having a planner helps me put everything on paper, let me see it. And then I do use my digital camera or digital calendar as well. But without having things listed out, I would be a mess. I would be so lost. So I do like a high level weekly overview, putting appointments in. And then every day I kind of drill down and like figure out what has to happen each day and check things off as they go. So planning is key, high priority. So if you're trying to get a lot of things in and prioritize fitness and all that, highly recommend planning your weeks in advance. Okay, let's make an iced coffee. I'm gonna drink this, shower, get a little bit of work done before the Meet the Teacher. So I've already brewed coffee and put it in the fridge to get it nice and cold, and then I add a tablespoon, half and half a tablespoon of nut pods, and I already froze some coffee ice cubes. This helps it stay cold and not lose its flavor, and I use these like big ice cube molds. Probably should have put the cube in first so it wouldn't splash everywhere, but I just measure. This is how I like it. 1 tablespoon of each. I got these little decanters on Amazon. And this is yummy. I absolutely love this. So good. Good morning, Monday. It's Monday. It is, what time is it? Almost 7, so about to eat and head to the gym, get my walk, get my stairs, get my lift in. And I just went up and woke up Jordan because she needs to start getting up early for school and get used to it. So happy Monday, let's make it a great week. Hello, it is still Monday. It's about 11:30, so I got to the gym. I did like 10 minutes of walking, 20 minutes of stairs, a glute workout. Then I had to run to my son's school, pick him up from football practice, bring him home, come back home, ate meal 2, help my daughter with some of her homework. We are back to school on Wednesday and it's Monday, so in 2 days. So we're just trying to get all the loose ends tied up. We had meet the teacher last night, and then today she needs to like try on the new uniforms I bought for her, make sure they fit. And we're still working on trying to wake up earlier. I tried to wake her up a little earlier today, did not go well. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. But then I just went for another little walk, like 20 minutes to get some more steps in. So I'm at 7,200. So we should be good now for the day. I do have to go to the grocery store, so that'll be some more walking around and some work to do. So that's where we're at for Monday, and I will check back in with you in a little bit. We have been very productive. So got ready. My daughter and I, we got all the homework ready, homework done, and tried on your school's clothes.
That was boring.
And went to Chipotle for lunch. I got a bowl. I just got chicken, rice, and pico. So basically the same thing I eat here. And then we ran to the grocery store. So let me show you kind of what I'm thinking for groceries this week. My grocery shopping for myself is pretty easy since I eat sort of the same thing on repeat. And then I got a few things for kids snacks, for lunches, because both of my kids prefer to bring their lunch, but they all like fruit, so we got that. I'm probably gonna switch out my taco bowls. This is the meat I like to use for my taco bowls, and they only had one package. But I'm thinking I'm gonna start making some fish bowls instead, and so I got cod, and I'm gonna do a mango slaw. So basically like my pico, but add in fresh mango, and then we also got some peaches, some bananas, more avocados, more egg whites, strawberries, and then I was running almost out of my nut pods. This is the flavor that I like the best, and it has really good macros in there, and I think it's sugar-free. Yeah, no sugar even. So we're gonna put these away and then take a much-needed little afternoon break. Good morning, Tuesday. Nothing like putting on a bikini at 6:45 in the morning, but it's time for my check-in with Shelby. So get in my bikini and I do my 3 poses. So it's a front pose, photo, a side photo, and then a back photo. So I'm gonna send her all my photos. I send everything in an app, and then I also do a check-in with like, tell her my hunger for the week, any diversions from the program, energy, hormones, sleep, you know, just check in with her, all those things. And then she'll review everything and write me back and give me the plan going forward for next week. So once I hear back from her, I will sit down with you, recap the week, and then give you a little preview of what's coming up next week. Oh gosh, I just started recording. I thought I was recording a second ago. We are dog sitting this adorable little dog. So back from the gym, I just walked and did stairs. No lift today, but getting ready for Amazon Live, and then going to wrap up this week and give you a preview of next week as soon as I get Shelby's feedback. Oh my God, they are so funny. Got my coffee, I've got my notebook, I've got my notes with my app. I'm ready to recap week 6 and 7 with you. Normally I just do 1 week at a time, but these last 2 weeks were a little bit different because in the middle of week 5, I had my upper and lower eyelid surgery. So that definitely threw things off. So getting into week 6, I did stay on my nutrition, which I was really happy about. And I was able to start walking. So I did get at least 10,000 steps a day, but I wasn't able to do any workouts. So week 6 was just basically about staying on nutrition, resting, healing my eyes, and getting steps in. And then week 7, which we just completed, and I just checked in with Shelby today, we had kept everything the same. So my calorie goal was 1440, my protein goal was 130 grams, my carb goal was 140 grams, and my fat was 40 grams. So I stayed on that. But week 7, I had twice where I was out to eat. So Friday night, we had a wonderful date night. We went to a great restaurant.
That looks so good.
Mwah.
Right, yeah.
Love you. I had 2 glasses of wine. I had a filet mignon, some like penne mac and cheese, a little bit of my fiance's potatoes, and then some asparagus and broccolini. And needless to say, I was over my calories that day, probably. I mean, it's hard to track when you're at a restaurant, right? But I would say I was at least 400 calories over. And then yesterday, my daughter and I went to Chipotle for lunch. I just got a little taco bowl. I only even ate like half the rice. I got chicken and pico, but it was funny. Even as I was eating it, I was like, this is so salty. And needless to say, I woke up today, the scale was like up 2 pounds, but I'm pretty sure it's just sodium, so I'm not really concerned about it. And I was back to my workouts. So for week 7, I did a lower body workout, shoulders and tris, glutes, back and bis, and then I did a glutes workout yesterday. I think yesterday I hit my macro goal, even going to Chipotle, but like I said, with the sodium and everything, I just think I was bloated, and I was able to get my 10,000 steps a day. I think there was 1 day where there was 2 days where I was like a little bit under, but again, I've kind of was still in the healing process and all that. Also, last Monday, my doctor had started me on a steroid, my eye doctor, just to help the swelling decrease, but I finished that. It was like a 6-day course of steroids to help the swelling go down, and it really did help. So that brings us now, going forward, we're gonna be in week 8. And the whole journey and reason why I hired a coach is because I really wanted help with the reverse diet, with going into a lean bulk and gaining muscle. And we really haven't got to that yet, because once I started with her, I needed to lose a little bit of body fat. We had to kind of figure out where my macros were, where my calories were, where I wasn't like gaining or losing, trying to find maintenance. And she wanted me to lose a little more body fat before we started in the lean bulk. So when I checked in with her today, she said, as far as my weight going up, she said, you had a great week. I'm sure your body is still coming down from the Friday night dinner. And then of course, yesterday, the sodium just popped you back up. But otherwise, we are on a trend down. Sorry, I'm dog sitting. She says, good news, it's simply water and not body fat. So stick with your plan this week and be sure to push a little more water than usual. She's gonna keep my macros the same this week and get things dialed back in. She said, I'm certain we will have a good drop back down next week so we can focus on keeping you in the desired conditioning, then get to reversing sooner than later to build. I tried to let the dogs out, but they were not having it. Anyways, Shelby said we should be looking forward to going in the reverse direction soon. So like fingers crossed on that. I know it's a process and it's like the long journey. So I do check in with her every week, and so my check-in from this week, she asked about hunger. I was satisfied on these calories, it's fine. Energy, I feel like going out on Friday night and having wine, which I normally do not do. I'm not a big drinker. I much prefer usually a dessert over wine. So of course I didn't get the best sleep, and then there was just a few nights where I didn't get great sleep. So of course my energy was a little bit lower, and hopefully next week with the kids starting back to school, we can kind of get routines back in track. Strength, I didn't feel as strong in the gym. So I think my body's still just, recovering, and with the energy being low, probably my strength wasn't as good, but hormonal state's fine, digestive issues fine. Diversions, really the only diversions I had were the one Friday night dinner out. I wouldn't even really call Chipotle a diversion. I feel like it was within my macros. It was just like a lot of sodium. Also, I was supposed to do yoga one day and I did not. And that's just because I'm supposed to keep my head elevated with recovering from the eye surgery. So I didn't want to have any positions where I was like having to have my head down and like that. So I just didn't do that. And then going forward, we're gonna start checking in on Mondays so that I can have the plan from Monday to Monday for the week. I think that will be, or Monday to Sunday. I think that'll be a lot better. And then I can hopefully get the vlogs up to you on Monday mornings or Monday evenings. I think that'll be a good plan going forward. So next week we are starting week 8. And I'm really excited. I'm excited to continue on and see the progress. And thank you so much for watching and being here. I appreciate every view, every like, every subscribe. So until next time, y'all have a great day.